Okay, you want to paint like the pros? You want the #1 name when it comes to these really professional paint systems? Well, then you want Wagner. This is the famous Flexio 2500. And not only that, you get perfection painting results every single time. This price blows me away because it's not only an HSN exclusive, it's, to my knowledge, the only time this year that you will see this. You will not find this configuration. You will not find this price anywhere else. You might see me texting my friend Kitty. Kitty helps me with my home. I told my producer this. Tomorrow, she's having somebody come to her house to paint her front door. She is spending more for one paint job than you're spending to get our entire best value of the day. So let me show you what you get, because I would say, giddy up, get it. You will get it by May 11th, which is certainly well in time for those spring and home improvement summer projects. So here is your famous 2500. Now, not only do you get this great, I think it's like a 1.5 quart carafe, if you will, with that a beautiful adjustable spray, a lot of safety considerations because it's this nice little trigger design. That alone, 137, almost 4.5 quarts. Oh, 1.5 quarts. Okay, so it's not often that I'm right on the first blush, so I'm impressed with myself. So that's almost $140 right there. Then you're getting the additional carafe. So if you want to do those details, if you want to do some trim, like my friend Kitty, she's, so that's an 800 milliliter, and that is normally over $30. Then, of course, you get these great drop cloths and this great trim. Let me show you the value in black and white because, no kidding, you will absolutely flip out. From the spray shield to the, cup liners, to the cup liners, to that detail nozzle, to the Flexio itself at $137. What we have is what we have, at least for the duration. I can't recommend this to you strongly enough. And remember, and Steve, I was just gonna double check. We do still have we do have additional cups with lids. That's a 2-pack, by the way. So that's only $20 and change. Then we have a detail finishing nozzle. And then we have 2 little shelters, a large or a small. But I gotta get him out here because he has got some painting to do. He's got some splaining to do. Lou Caputo. All right, you know I'm your #1 fan, you OG of HSN. But you've got some tough competition because I talked to no less than 3 people that I'm working with today who are obsessed with this. It's fun, it's easy, you paint like a pro, it dries faster, it works with really any kind of paint, latex, oil-based, chalk paint, milk paint, staining your deck.
All of it.
And you're taking the pain out of painting.
We are. Well, you know, it's interesting because this model from Wagner, first of all, Wagner, who doesn't know Wagner? They are the largest company worldwide when it comes to consumer spray painting products, okay? This is a brand new model. It is lighter. It's more lightweight than what we've had before. And also, Shannon, I don't know if you noticed, but even the handle is more ergonomic and it's smaller for smaller hands. So I think a lot of people are going to find this very convenient. But what we're doing is we're painting using air. Think about that for a second. We're injecting air. We're aerating the paint. So it's going to dry faster, you're going to use more material, and it's much easier to use. And when it comes time to clean up, boom. You take these 2 pieces apart just like that, and all you've got to do is wash this portion right here. And of course, you do use less material when you're working with this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint a door that I've got right here, because I think the proof is in the pudding with this. You want to see how this works. So I'm going to pick up this guy that's already loaded here. Now, when you paint a door, Shannon, okay, there's a lot of detail work here when you get into these little crevices and all these little sections. And with a paintbrush and a roller, you could be here a long time. Watch how fast I can do this with my Wagner Flexio 2500 plus. Watch this. Here we go. I'm going to start at the top right here. Here we go. And look at the way that paint's coming out here, going down there. Oh, we got a little bit of clog here. There we go. Up. All right. Going to go all the way down to the bottom, all the way back up to the top, just like this. Spin this around. And look at the job this is doing. I mean, the coverage on this is absolutely gorgeous. I can get the whole door done quicker than I could do it with a roller, than I could do it with a brush. Look at that. Really fast, really easy. Now, what's going on here is we're injecting air into the paint, so it's going to dry faster. You are going to use less material when you're doing this. And then the other thing is we're going to get a smoother finish. Look at it as I'm coming up to the end right here, how beautiful that is. Now, if I had a roller, if I had a paintbrush, it would take me 5 times as long, boom, to do what I just completed here in just a minute. Look at that. It's incredible.
And Lou, not only professional, I hope my friend Kitty is watching tonight. Kitty, I might even text you, because she is spending more to have somebody come to her house tomorrow to paint a door than you're spending for the whole thing. The other thing about this, Lou, I can't remember if I told you this story or not. My punishment, and I know you're shocked to hear my parents ever had to punish me, used to be painting. I know, the audacity. But my punishment used to be to paint the grain bins or to paint the fencing. And so I can tell you, when I say you're taking the pain out of painting with someone with shoulder issues, you know, dexterity, you know, comfort challenges, this is fun. It's a little cathartic and it dries faster. So before I do this, full disclosure, we've been painting all day long and we've been switching the paint out. We figured that these outdoor wicker furniture pieces were done in the 4 o'clock hour, I think, in the 4 o'clock hour. So about 3 hours ago. And I'm not saying that I'd sit in the chair, but you can see, you know, it's kind of
dry.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty dry, I gotta be honest. And if I were doing that outside, I mean, with a regular roller or, you know, regular brush, that would not be the case. So we've already primed it, and now I get to go to town. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Look at that.
I'm a painting princess. And Lou, even though I'm doing this while I'm talking, first and foremost, I'll get to the whole chair here. I just want to point out, and I'm going to stop for just a minute. Let me shut this off. If I were trying to do that outside, those are all those nooks, all those crannies, all those intricacies. I mean, there's no way. Okay, so by the way, that trigger, all full control. So if I decide I need a coffee break, it's wine o'clock somewhere. I mean, you can easily do that. Oh my gosh! I love the painting. I do. I love the painting. Oh, let me get on the inside here. Okay, and obviously I didn't take the time to do the back, but if I were doing that a traditional way, there would be adult language involved. I'm just going to tell you. So the fact, it's even, it's fast, it's fun, it's more efficient. I don't care if it's an oil base or a latex or an acrylic or if you're trying to stain your deck. We almost double dog dare you to not fall in love with this, and that price is ridiculous. So basically, it's the only one to my knowledge that we have planned for the year. And Lou, I gotta tell you, when I've got multiple people on my crew and team saying, oh, I'm getting this, you know you've got a winner chicken dinner.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, there's so many things that make this special. If you're going to buy any painting system, it needs to be Wagner. I mean, they are #1 for a reason. I can tell, because you and I have done these paint systems before, this one is more ergonomic. It is a lot easier, you know, to manage and handle. And I'm telling you, this package, we already have hundreds of you in the various forms of ordering. If you want yours, I cannot encourage you enough. Make your way to some form of ordering. We will have the last official airing coming up at 11 o'clock tonight. I would not wait. You still get a 30-day return policy. And here's the other thing. We're rounding the turn on April. April is Customer Appreciation Month. And we have brought back, by popular demand, the $40 off apply and buy promotion. So even though this is already the biggest package, all updated, the best price, if you want to apply and buy and get that HSN card, you're gonna take another $40 off. But I'll just show you that if purchased separately one more time. We're kind of freaking out over this, I'm not gonna lie, because the world wants Wagner. And the world is buying the 2500 for almost $140. But then we include the detail nozzle with that 800 milliliter paint cup, the spray shield, the cup liners, the flex pay, so those are interest-free payments of $25 on your credit card. Lou, I'm telling you, this price is so good, I might actually just buy this for my friend Kitty, and then, you know,
I think you should.
I'll get brownie points for the rest of my life, because her birthday's in May, and she'll get this like right around her birthday.
Right.
I'm not the only host, though, who's been like a little over the top. I mean, anybody who tries this can't believe how easy, how fun, and just how much better it is than the traditional method, right?
Oh, yeah. No, you know what? There's a trick to painting with a roller and a brush. There's no trick to this. This is easy. You're going to get professional results every single time. And you can paint the ceilings. You can paint the walls. You can paint floors. And I don't know if you noticed this, Shannon, but none of the paints are diluted in these. So whether you're using, you know, a stain or an oil base or a latex, it doesn't matter. They're not diluted. This is the straight stuff here. I'm going to paint a chair real quick because it's, you know, it's springtime. We're going into the summer. We want our outdoor furniture to look good. I have an Adirondack chair that I have to paint every single year. Actually, I got 2 of them. So I'm going to turn this on, and real quick, we're going to change it from white, which is kind of boring, to this really fun orange color right here. And I want you to just see how quickly I can do this chair. And you know, I was talking about this earlier. When you aerate the paint, not only do you use less material, but it will dry faster. You're going to complete the job 5 times quicker, and you're going to get a lot better results. You're going to get a much smoother finish. You know, you're not going to get drips. You're not going to get splatters. You're not going to have any runs on the paint there. Let me do this arm right here, and look how easy it is. And I'll show you in a little bit how you can actually control this and dial it in to whatever setting you want. And just like that, I'm done. So imagine if you had a whole set of furniture you wanted to do, how quickly you could do that. But remember, you're saving money on the paint because with your Flexio 2500, you're actually using less paint to do the same job.
You are. Hey, Lou, they are telling me there are hundreds of you in the various forms of ordering. And first of all, thank you again for joining us on Fridays. Tonight's a fun night for me, not only because I really am with people that I've been friends with for well over 2 decades, but we have such a great assortment of things. That's what we try to do for this In the House show. And then tonight at 8 o'clock, it's a special edition of In the Kitchen. But I don't care whether it's indoors or outdoors. And that's what's so fun about this. Whether it's acrylic or milk or chalk paint or oil-based paint or latex-based paint or staining for your deck. My brother Ryan and his father-in-law, they stained their deck in Minnesota, gosh, I want to say a couple of years. And poor Ryan, it was like a several-day affair, and then like a several-day affair for the stain to dry, because anytime you're doing wood, obviously, it's porous. And that's why I pointed out that wicker furniture. 3 hours ago, there was a fresh coat of paint on there, and you know, I probably could have sat in it, to be perfectly honest with you, but if that were the traditional way of painting wicker furniture, or any furniture for that matter, there's no way. I'm just basing this on my own experience that I could say, oh yeah, you can sit in that chair now. Absolutely not. So here's what's happening. We have one for you now. Wagner is the #1 name, not only here in America, around the world. They are not doing this for anybody else. This is your only opportunity of the year. And you have to understand, Wagner does not have to discount their products. When you're #1, you don't have to do price adjustments. I mean, you know that. If they did, even if they took it down to say $129, $120, you know, $119, that'd be a great deal. When we look at the 1.5 quart with this great adjustable nozzle, and like Lou was showing earlier, horizontal or vertical, yes, you get the cup liners, that's a bonus. Yes, you get that great shield. But this is $137 any day of the week. And then with that 800 milliliter, that beautiful detailer as well, that's like another $31. Any way you stack it, I hope you try it. No kidding, you're gonna look for things to paint. You're gonna look for things in your house to upgrade. And it's interesting, Lou, whether people are buying a home, like my friend Cynthia, who's on the crew tonight. I don't know if it's official or not, but let me just say, a new house might be in the works for Cynthia. And you know, you wanna upgrade things. Or my friend Kitty, who's actually selling her house. And that's one of the reasons she's having the front door painted, because it's all about curb appeal. It makes your house, you know, look fresh and new. My own personal opinion, Lou, and then I'll have to defer to you because I'm gonna do some more painting, you're gonna do some more painting. It's almost fair to say, and I'm basing this on what I know Kitty's paying to just have her door painted, you do one job, you do one room, you do a garage door, it pays for itself, doesn't it?
Oh, no, it does. Well, I mean, just what she's paying to have the door done probably would cover it. But I want to show you some of the features on this, and then I'm going to paint this fence. Real quick, when you look at the unit itself, right on top here is a button right there, a little slider that actually controls the turbine. There's 2 speeds to the turbine that's inside of this. There's an on-off switch right here. It's on both sides, actually, so you can just flip it on and off just like that. You've got your trigger that actually controls the paint flow. This dial right here controls how much material you're putting out. A whole lot of paint or a whole little paint. It's up to you. This controls how narrow or how wide the stream of paint coming out of that is. Wider, more narrow, so you can do more detail. Then this right here, I call this the dog ears. This direction, when they're facing up and down, that's vertical painting. This way, it's horizontal painting. So you've got a lot of choices here. But what I'm going to show you is I'm going to do this fence real quick. Raw wood, it sucks up stain. This is undiluted stain. Watch how easy this is for me to do. In one pass, I'm going to go right down this whole fence, and you're going to see that it's not sucking up the paint. I'm not going to have to go back and stain a second time. I mean, this does such a complete job, and usually you got to try to get in between the slats here. The Wagner Flexio Plus 2500 does it for me, Shannon. Look at this. Now imagine doing an entire yard with this, okay? How quickly would you get that whole job done as compared to the old-fashioned way? I'm going to go right up here, and then I see one little section I could just touch up real bit. And remember, the trigger is on-demand spraying, so if I'm not pulling the trigger, it's not shooting, all right? It's going to come out when I need it. But look at the great job that did. Imagine a hot summer afternoon doing the entire yard. Think how quickly you could get that done.
And you know what, Lou, one thing that I thought of, and I don't want to get painting again, but that fence that you were doing probably looks like the paint that you picked out in the hardware store. And I say that because when Ryan stained his, that's my brother, when he was staining his deck, that's why they had to keep going over and over and over and over and over and over that deck because it was so porous. You buy a paint color. It's like, Becca, it's like when you paint your nails, right? You want your nail color to look like nail color in the bottle. You don't want it to look like a watered down version. So now, especially if you like saturated colors like I do, I love like Merlots and Burgundies, like the really, bold colors like Lou was doing on that fence, then you have to do it professionally. I'll just tell you that. I mean, it's one thing if you're wearing like a baby pink on your nails and you kind of whitewash it, no big deal. When you're doing color in particular, it better be perfect. But the same thing also holds true with white. So now, and again, I'm doing this fast for obvious reasons because we only have about 5 minutes remaining. But remember, great safety features, so you just turn it on, trigger again, so you're always in complete control. And that's just it. Anybody who's ever had a French manicure knows if they mess up that white on the tip, ain't nobody happy. So the fact that I can do this, and not only do it while I'm talking, while I'm moving around, can get all around the spindles, all around the legs. There's a little bit of the arm that I missed on the other chair.
There you go.
I mean, honestly.
Look at that.
Lou, I got to tell you, I'm blown away.
That's great.
I don't even know what I'm going to paint. I just want to get this because I know, here's what's going to happen. People are going to get this at home, and they're going to be looking to paint things. And frankly, and I'm just going to say this, especially if you've got a teen who maybe wants to make some money, and in my day and age, they'd mow the lawns, like,
good idea.
Brad Geezy would come over and, help mow the lawn. So this could be a little side business for you. I'm serious. It's one job, it'll pay for itself, but this could be your own cottage or grassroots industry. And as much as your beautiful wife, Kelly, likes to craft, I can't tell you the number of times that I'm on Pinterest and it's like, oh, paint this milk can. Oh, spray paint these silk flowers. The list goes on and on. Can you tell I'm excited, Lou?
Oh, I know. Well, I mean, so was Kelly when she first saw this because she loves to do crafts with this stuff. But, I'm going to paint a deck right now, and that's a job nobody wants to do because it's generally not fun. But with the Wagner, it actually is pretty simple to do. I'm going to do the spindles first, then I'm going to change out my paint cup and nozzle, and then I'm going to do the floor. So watch this, though. Let's jump in right here to the spindles. Watch how easy I can do this. And you know what's nice about it? It's painting more than one side at a time. If I come at it at an angle like this, I'm actually doing 2 sides with that. And again, we're concerned conserving paint as I do this. It's not wasting it. I'm injecting the air, so it's going to dry faster, and I'm doing it 5 times faster than I could with a roller and a brush. And I'm already done with doing those spindles. That's normally a hideous job. Now, to change this out, there's just a little tab right here. I press down, I rotate the turbine, I pull it off, okay? Now we're gonna go from the detail sprayer, which is what I was using for those smaller jobs, to the iSpray nozzle, which is the big one here. And all I gotta do is just slide that on like that. And now we're gonna tackle the deck. Don't blink, because this goes really fast. Watch this. When you're painting the deck here, and this could be stain, I happen to be using paint right now, but you can absolutely stain your deck, your dock, you can do a floor. My gosh, you can do walls, you can do ceilings, you can do anything you want. It's totally undiluted, and look at that, in just a couple of seconds, we did that whole thing, just like that. It's so easy. And you know what, Shannon? It might be a little fun. Okay, it's fun.
I'm telling you, there is something cathartic about it. Listen, the diet is hard. Even though I try to keep my recipes easy, the cleanup ain't so fun. I mean, you know, with everything, even good, bad, or otherwise, there's always some kind of waiting for that other shoe to drop. This is instant gratification nation, taking the pain out of the painting, and it's fun. This will be the fastest, easiest makeover for your house. I'm just gonna say it, for your mood. There's something about painting, or that fresh coat of paint. It's like that new car smell. It's like suddenly, it's like, yeah, even if you don't buy a new piece of furniture, you paint that one wall, that accent wall. You paint your banister, you paint your stairwell, you paint your door. There is something about it that makes that home, that makes that door, that makes that room feel brand new again. And Lou, any of those things that I was describing, think of the money that we invest in a good bed set, furniture-wise. Think of the money that we invest in that luxury reclining sofa in the living room. Those things are expensive, but truthfully, it's like that curb appeal inside and out. The square footage of your walls can make the fastest mood, maybe money-making uplift to your home or makeover than even the furniture or anything else that you could buy. 1-year warranty, HSN exclusive, 1 day only, best price anywhere. You'll use less paint. You can really use any kind of paint or stain. It dries faster. You don't worry about brush strokes or even like the little texture from a roller, like a paint roller. And Lou, I'm gonna go back to my nail polish analogy. You know, the thing is, not only is it professional and it dries faster, if I'm picking out a paint color at that home store, I want it to be that paint color. I don't want to have to keep going over and over and over and over again because I want sunset, you know, orange or whatever that color might be. You can't get better than this, and you certainly can't get a better price, right?
No, you can't. And you know what? This is something that you can use for the big jobs. You can use this if you're a crafter, because remember, you can use milk paint, chalk paint in here, and that's why my wife Kelly loves this. Look at the way we're painting this entire flower pot, and it's just going to take me a couple seconds here, Shannon. So if you want to upcycle anything, you know, look at that, how gorgeous that looks in just a few seconds. It did it completely all the way around. It's easy to do, Shannon. People are going to have fun painting again.
They are indeed, and wow, wow, wow. Lou, we are so busy. Okay, now I'm talking myself into this. Doggone it.
Get it?
Cynthia, I blame you. She may be doing a new house. And then I'm thinking, you know what? I'm right. Because I'm thinking, I would really like to paint my front door. Doggone it. I would really like to paint my back little patio area. You're gonna have the best time with this. And you'll forget the fact it's the best price, biggest configuration, more ergonomic, you get more stuff, it's 1 day only. I almost double dog dare you to not have fun with this. And Lou, let's be honest, fun is not normally part of the equation when we talk about a painting project. Like I said, you're taking the pain out of painting, but you're giving us the fun factor too. Oh, Lou, how did we run out of time?
I don't know. What happened?
Well, at least that gives me a chance to order. So I think it's, you're not back until 11 o'clock. Am I?
9.
Oh,
9 and 11.
Okay,
Yep.
sorry about that. So Lou will be back at
You're fine.
9 o'clock. All right, we'll look forward to seeing you then. Thank you.
Okay, see you.
All right, thanks, Lou. All right, when we come back, I have a smart deal in pajamas. I've got my Amazon Fire for about $40 less than I was gonna buy it at Amazon. We got a lot of things going on right here in